Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, Tanya's TLC Beauty. Hope you are all doing great wherever you are. Today I have some of my makeup on and some of it off. I'm going to be kind of doing a little bit of first impressions, trying some new makeup out that I haven't had yet. The main one that I want to be trying is a new foundation. It's the Revlon Age Defying with DNA Advantage. This is the bottle that it looks like. It's a nice kind of glass bottle. You do get 1 fluid ounces. I did pick up the shade number 15 in Tender Beige. It does come with a pump, so I do love that. And I did already do my eyes. As always, I will leave everything down in the description box that I am wearing. I do kind of set it aside. That way I can just list it for you guys. And I actually tried kind of like a new little quad today, one of these new Revlon cream shadows, and I really, really like them. So I've already primed my face. I use the Urban Decay Optical Illusion Complexion Primer because I know that that is a tried and true primer for me and it really, really works. So I just kind of want to see how this foundation does. Doesn't really say like how it is, if it's a full coverage or any of that. It does have SPF of 20, so that is always good. So I'm just gonna pump a little bit out onto my hand. I did kind of try and color match it in the store, and this did seem to be a pretty good color match for me. I'm doing 2 pumps, which is my normal for a foundation. And it is a little bit liquidy, but not too much. So I'm just gonna take a L'Oreal Beauty Blender, and I have a small mirror here for me. I put the bigger mirror down on the floor, the one that has a light, because Bailey has figured out how to turn it off and on, and she's kind of liking that. So I'm just going to take the bigger end of my Beauty Blender and kind of put some on my face here for you. Let me just kind of lower this a little. Sorry, it's a little bumpy. There we go, that's a little better. That way you can kind of see me applying it. But that way you kind of see me applying, and you all know that my problem area is my chin. But I haven't used any of this at all, so this is a true first impression with this formula. I did used to wear the Revlon Color Stay like faithfully when I was in high school, and even like I think in my 20s and 30s, like that was a go-to true foundation for me. So those first 2 pumps, and the first 2 were kind of like liquidy, which some of them are, you know, just kind of when you first get them going. You hear noises, the cats are kind of going crazy. So I'm probably going to have to use a little bit more of it. But those 2 pumps covered my cheeks and my nose. So just showing you those 2 pumps. It's kind of like a glistening, a little bit of a radiant. It's not full coverage because I do have my freckles here and a little bit of the problem area. But I'm going to see if it's buildable to do full coverage. And the 2 boy cats are wanting to kind of play today. So if you hear noises, it's going to be Echo and Popeye. Everybody has seen Popeye before, the one-eyed cat, but I don't think you guys have seen Echo because he doesn't really come around all that much. So I'm going to go ahead and do about 2 more pumps of this. It doesn't seem as liquidy. Doesn't seem as liquidy as the first 2 pumps. So today while I'm filming this, it is a Sunday afternoon, just like right at noon. And I will leave kind of like a wear time for you guys, so that you know how this wore, like when I go to take it off, like how I feel about it. Usually I kind of try and take my makeup off and cleanse my face like around between 8 and 10. It just depends on how I'm feeling too and when I'm actually wanting to go to bed. but usually between 8 and 10 I usually kind of cleanse my face and take it off. So this will kind of be like a good 8 to 10 hour wear time. So that kind of covered up my forehead pretty decently. I'm going to take what's left on my hand and kind of try and build up what I have on my face here, on my cheeks and down on my chin just a little bit. That way I don't waste any. Like I said, it is Sunday, so let me know what you guys have plans on Sundays. Like now that it's not football season. I'm not a huge football fan. I don't really get into it. I do like the Seahawks. I do support Carolina though because I live in the North Carolina area and it only takes about 30 minutes from where I live to get to the stadium. Although I do have yet to go to a pro game. I've never been to one. And where I lived in Florida, I was only about maybe about 40-45 minutes from Tampa Bay Buccaneers Stadium. I've been to the stadium there. I saw a University of Florida football game there. It was pretty cool. But we watch NASCAR. As you can see, I have my Casey Kane shirt. He's super nice guy. I've met him and had the privilege of meeting his girlfriend and his little son Tanner. Really nice family. His whole family is. But he's my driver. So we just watch NASCAR on the weekends. I have a friend who races in the Xfinity and the Truck Series. So I kind of keep up with him. So that is after applying 2 layers. I would say this is kind of like a light to medium coverage foundation. It's not super full coverage. It did kind of cover up my blemishes, but you can see my freckles there. It's not too bad as far as coloration. I did pick a pretty good shade match. So I'm going to go in with the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Concealer. I did pick up C7, hoping that this is the right shade for me. Not too bad. Just going to conceal a little bit underneath the eyes. As you can see, the doe foot is similar to the Tarte Shape Tape, which is kind of, I do like those kind of applicators. Consistency, it kind of feels like it. I'm going to put just a little bit on my blemish there and where I had that one spot. And I'm going to flip my Beauty Blender over and just kind of tap and press that in. I do really like the way that this goes on though. It's not as thick as the Tarte. Some people have said that it's like very similar, but I will see how it feels towards the end of the day. It doesn't cover up too bad. First impressions though, not bad. I'm not hating it. Did I like, oh, thought I lost my lid and it's right here in front of me. So then to set my face, I don't really have like a new powder. So I'm just going to go in with the It Bye Bye Pores Pressed Powder in Translucent. And I'm going to take my, I cannot hold on to things today. I'm going to take my Real Techniques brush just to kind of set the under eyes so that doesn't crease on me. And then I'm just going to take a Wet n Wild fluffy brush just because I've already hit pan in this and this is kind of in my project pan for 18, and just kind of set the whole rest of the face. And it's kind of like a really gloomy day here. It's just raining and nasty. It'll like rain really hard and then I'll just kind of stop and sprinkle. And they said it's supposed to snow tomorrow. Yay. I like snow. Curious to see how little Miss Bailey will do in the snow too. So from there, I am going to go in. I have this bronzer I picked up when I was in Pennsylvania, the Happy Booster bronzer, and it has like the little hearts, which I think is just absolutely adorable. And I've never even worn this yet. So I'm gonna go in with my Ulta blush brush, which I usually do use this just for bronzer. Kind of swirl it around in the little hearts. Try and pick some of that up. And just get a little bit more color. I don't want to do too much today just because I'm kind of hanging around the house. I'm not really going anywhere. But I do want to add a little bit more color to my face. Oh, are you guys seeing that on camera? That is beautiful. Get a little bit more up on my face. Give a little bit more glow. I'm also kind of like still filming it to show you guys how everything applies on top of the foundation, because that's a big kind of make it or break it for me. You know, how does your normal makeup apply on top of the foundation also? I also want to try out this e.l.f. blush I picked up. It's in Tickled Pink. It's just kind of a neutral pink. I'm going to go in with the same brush I used and apply it to the apples of the cheeks. Like I said, today just kind of a casual look. Oh, I really like that color. I'm gonna try and get a couple videos pre-filmed for the week. Okay, I really like this blush. I haven't used it, but I do really like that blush. Then I'm going to go in with the Too Faced Candlelight Glow Highlighter. I did have this in my everyday drawer, but you can see how much I've used of it already, so I just kind of moved it over to my Use Up by 2018 pan. And I'm just going to kind of pop just a little bit of highlight on, just to kind of give that glow from within. Nothing too drastic there, just a little. And I am going to use my Wet n Wild setting spray to set the face. And what I like to do is take the end of my beauty blender and just press all of that in, just to kind of give it like an extra little seal. And lastly, I'm going to use the NYX Lingerie Professional Makeup in Dusk to Dawn. Dusk to Dawn. I've already lined my lips with the Farewell to Feathering Lip Liner by CoverGirl. Just thought I'd go with something nude today. And this is just like a light creamy formula. Very creamy on the lips, very buttery almost. So that is it. This is the final look. I do want to I probably will just kind of pop on a little bit of shadow on the bottom just to kind of give it a little bit more smoky look. But this is the final look. I actually really like the way that everything performed so far. Don't forget, I will link everything down in the description bar as far as what I used. I will also let you guys know how everything wore throughout the day, kind of like a time frame. It is probably about 12:30, 1 o'clock by the time the video is done and everything is actually on the face. I did try and use a lot of my tried and true products underneath to make sure everything would just lock in. And I do know that the setting spray is bomb.com. I know that the highlighter I absolutely love. I've hit pan on it already. Eyeshadows I love. You know, eyes I just kind of stuck with what I know, as well as the eyebrows. The foundation, as far as first impressions, it does go on very good. It is a little liquidy at first, so you might want to get a couple pumps out and just kind of wipe that off your hand, and then you're good to go. I would say it's kind of like a light to medium. A good plus is that it does have SPF of 20, so that I really do like. And the pump, beautiful packaging. And I love the little, like, how it kind of like swirls inside there. That's really super cute. I love the bronzer with the little hearts in it, and it does give just like a nice little boost of color. The blush, love it. Everything went on and applied beautifully on top of the blush, or on top of the foundation. So that didn't seem to be a problem. I just kind of stuck with, tried to stick with some drugstore products since it was Revlon, but I just wanted to test that out. It was a foundation that I had saw, and I kind of perked my mind a little bit. But if you like this video, give it a huge thumbs up. And if you like me testing out new products like this, don't forget to do that as well. Comment in the section below. Let me know what you guys do on rainy days or Sundays or the weekends. Now that football's not here, if you guys are NASCAR fans, let me know who your favorite driver is as well, because I'm kind of curious. I live kind of here in the heart of NASCAR City. So kind of interested to see if any of my subscribers or viewers are NASCAR fans and who they like as well. We can start up a conversation. So until next time, thank you so much for watching. I love each and every one of you, and I will talk to all my TLC beauty soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.